Hello. Welcome to Purana Talk. We're reading the Garuda Purana together. And we are at chapter 8 of the second gigantic section, Khanda, and it's entitled Persons Authorized to Perform Obsequies. We're this whole Purana is very much focused on death rituals and the afterlife, as well as, aspects of mortality like the study of medicine and so which is really the sort of the study of life. It's very interesting. We've been going through what happens after you die and all of the rituals surrounding how your descendants and survivors should behave in order to make sure that one gets through the afterlife in a relatively comfortable way and moves on to a better birth until ultimately achieving liberation from the wheel of rebirth. Yeah, so it's interesting. Chapter 8, Person Authorized to Perform Obsequies. Person. Garuda said, O Lord, now tell me who are authorized to perform obsequies, and what are the methods of performance prescribed in the Shastras. The Lord said, son, grandson, great-grandson, his brother, and brother's progeny are also sapinda progeny, with pinda, and the pinda is the ball of rice that's the offering, the food offering to the ancestral spirits. So these are all progeny in the sapinda group. All these are authorized to perform the obsequies. In their absence, samanodaka progeny of all these can perform the rite. In their absence, samanodaka progeny of all these can perform the rite.
Oh, I suspect it's the other relatives, something like that.
Yeah, either that or any of the offspring of these people that are sapinda could do it, because it says the progeny. In their absence, samanodaka progeny of all these.
Right.
3 to 4. We got stanza 3, 4. If both the families are maleless, the women should perform the obsequies. That's interesting. Or the king may perform all the rites, the preliminary, the middling, and the final. O bird, the jivat-shraddha should be performed every year by whoever you decide is going to do it. So I find it interesting, when it provides an opportunity for women to preside where a man would ordinarily preside, because men are the ones that preside over virtually all these rituals. There's some that require a wife to be present or, recognize the role in the family line of women being there, but otherwise women have their own rituals that aren't so much in the books. I could tell you a story at this point, but I'm going to resist. Now hear about the fruit accruing from performance of this sacrifice. 7. When Brahma, Indra, Rudra, Nasatyas, Surya, Agni, Vasu, Maruts, Vishvedevas, Manes, birds, men, animals, serpents, the mother deities, and other divine beings are given shraddha with faith, there is rejoicing in the whole world. When they are satisfied, they satisfy the performer with sons, wife, and wealth. Get daughters if they're not satisfied, I suppose. We've got to be honest about these things. Thus I have told you in brief about the rites and the persons authorized to perform them. Garuda said, O Lord, now tell me, when no authorized person is alive, who should conduct the obsequious rites. Now they're obsequious rites. I'm not sure that that's quite
That's
correct.
not the correct use
I think
of
we
that
made a
word.
leap into. At least it seems to me that this isn't correct without getting out the OED and checking the fine print. I could be wrong. The Lord said, if no authorized person is alive to conduct the obsequious rites after death, one should perform the rites in his lifetime. Oh, now this is interesting. So people, for example, gay people or people, anybody who didn't have children, since gay people can have children, um, let's say just people that don't reproduce in the conventional fashion or don't have a line to continue.
So you can do your own ritual.
You can do your own shraddha ritual before you die. Killer. See, this is very interesting stuff. If no authorized person is alive to conduct the obsequious rites after death, one should perform the rites in his lifetime. After fasting and bathing, he should, along with his wife, all right, and worship Vishnu, the Lord of all, the creator as well as the enjoyer. And I guess, if there's not boys, any girl could do this too. So you could, basically you can have your husband or wife join you, it seems to me, depending on your situation. After fasting and bathing, he should, along with his spouse, worship Vishnu. He or she should, along with his or her spousal unit, worship Vishnu, the Lord of all, the creator as well as the enjoyer. With Swadha, he should offer jalandhenus to the mains along with dakshina and ginjali seed.
So now it's telling us the ritual itself. It told us how to prepare for it. Now it's telling us
and who can do it,
ritual,
and under what circumstances who can do it. But it's pretty interesting. I mean, this kind of, I mean, it's one of the questions that I've had for a long time. What do you do in the ancestral rites? I mean, it's very strongly enjoined that you have to have sons, and if ideally you should be a man to begin with, but have sons that are there at your funeral and who do the shraddha rituals to make sure. But it's telling you, okay, that interests me anyway. Reciting the mantra. And I don't know what jala dhenus is. Jala is water, dhenu, cow, water cow. With Swadha, he should offer jala dhenus to the mains along with dakshina and ginjali seeds, reciting the mantra Agnaye Kavyavahanaya Swadha Namaha Somaya Twa Pitramatte Swadha Namaha. With right hand, he should donate the third one with dakshina, reciting Yamayangirase Chata Swadha Namaha. In between, he should invite the brahmanas and feast them. The first should be stationed in north, and the second one in the south, the third one in the middle. Before he invokes the other deities, he should worship the Vishvedevas. He should then tell the brahmana, "O brahmana, I am feeding you for the propitiation of Vasus, Rudras, and Suryas." He should thus tell all the brahmanas. He should then perform avahana, invocation, etc., as it is performed in the case of mains. He should give samya, cow, to the brahmana for the propitiation of Vasus. He should give agneya, cow, for the propitiation of Rudra, and yamya, cow, for the propitiation of Surya. He should give a vessel full of ginjali seeds for the propitiation of Vishvedevas. Then, uttering svasti and giving sacred water, i.e. that of the Ganges, he should dismiss the brahmanas, ask them to go away as they liked, in other words, politely, while he himself should set his heart on the 8-syllabled Vishnu
mantra.
Mantras. They've left out the word mantra, and that's the Om Namo Narayanaya.
Well done.
Then he should think of Kama, Kuleshani, Shiva, and Narayana. He should go to the nearest river on Chaturdashi, which is the 14th. This would be the eve of either the full or the new moon, but probably the full moon. Muttering the mantra Vastrani Lokhandani Jitam Te, he should light fire facing the south. Then, making a Brahmi image with 50 kushes, he should burn the same in fire. He should perform the sacrifice usually done in the crematorium and offer the final oblation, Puranahuti. He should not kindle fire but simply propitiate earth, Yama, and Rudra. He should invoke each one of them separately and give offering at the appropriate place. He should sacrifice charu mixed with mudga into fire. He should offer sacred thread, rice, and jinjali seeds to a Brahmin. He should say, Om, homage to earth. Om, homage to Yama. Om, homage to Rudra, lord of the cemetery. Then in the fire lit on the earth, he should give handful of water to Yama, one to each of the 7 names of Yama, which are Yama, Dharmaraja, Mrityu, Antaka, Vivasvata, Kala, Sarva Pranahara, muttering Swadha, Namaha, and Om several times, i.e. with each of the 7 names of Yama. Well, this is the formula, and it was coming up when they say Om, homage to Rudra, for example, that would be Om Rudraya Namaha. And it's basically telling you to do that, but also to add Swadha to these. So probably, often it's not so important what the order of these things. So it might be Om Namaha Yama Swadha. For example. All right, 30:31. Oh, you of such and such Gotra, this water with jinjali seeds is for you. 10 pindas should be given along with arga, flowers, incense, lamp, bali, and ganda. He should then say, let everyone be prosperous. After giving the 10 pindas, he should remember the gentle face of Vishnu. He should perform this rite spread over a month. He should do sapinda karana for himself or others at the end of ashaucha, within a month, after any period of impurity, within a month after that, he should do this. Or specifically the impurities following death, I would assume is what it's talking about. Mm-hmm. So you wait until you're cleansed, essentially, ritually, before you do this ceremony. At the end of a shacha, within a month, but not later than that, knowing fully well the transitoriness of vitality, health, wealth, and age. So do it. Thus I have told you all about jivat-shraddha, O bird. And this is jivat-shraddha, it's like jivan mukti, it's the shraddha during life. So when you're doing a shraddha for yourself.
Well, it's very interesting that you do these afterlife rituals for yourself while you're still alive.
Yeah.
That makes...
Suspecting that there's nobody going to do it for you after you're gone.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
That they would even provide for that. It's good that they provide.
I don't know of that in any other tradition. Do you know of that in any other tradition?
I've never run into that before.
If anybody knows, enlighten us. There may be other traditions out there that allow people who know that there's no one around to do their
ritual
after death rites, do it for themselves. It would probably be, spiritual traditions that have strong ancestral issues, like maybe Chinese, I don't know if Taoism, Confucianism, or something like that, or maybe even Shinto.
I haven't run into this
that worship ancestors. I mean, there must be some sense that first of all, you are benefiting the ancestors on the other side from this side when you do these kinds of rituals.
Well, there's a lot of rituals in many cultures, sort of where you're pacifying the hungry ghost.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
That's a really common theme, like you find it everywhere.
And so presumably in any of those cultures, there's going to be hungry ghosts wherever there's not somebody who's going to be doing that ritual for you on your behalf.
Right.
Or do people do it just for others to keep the ghosts at bay?
Well, I think that's exactly what we're looking at here, is that this is an attempt to deal with that before it happens.
Mm-hmm. There's been previous mention of opportunities to do shraddha kind of ceremonies I'm trying to remember how that came up. Um, for people you're not related to, like you might want to release people that didn't have someone to do these ceremonies. I mean, it's similar to like clearing the ghosts, probably similar to exorcism issues. Anyway, there you go.
It's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
The whole technology around dealing with afterlife, and the people that don't continue on, they stay around. And in a lot of ways, what I've found from ghost hunting is that you have a bunch of possibilities. There's people that pledge to remain with a family line to protect it for some reason, usually in dire times.
I'll be with you, watching over everything you do.
Yeah, you and your children, it's like they commit to the family tradition. Then there's personal guides and personal guardians, like somebody that's extremely attached to you that pledges to protect you specifically and stays with you. And then there's just the bond of love. If you are infatuated enough with an individual, you stay with them until they're ready to go.
Yeah, well, it's
and so there's a bunch of possibilities, and then there's the people that just don't realize they're dead, which are often the most problematic. These others are more protective energies, and so they don't tend to threaten the environment, whereas these ones that are just going through their daily ritual or trying to complete some act, go through it over and over again, can be very upsetting to the people that live in this space.
The obsessive compulsive dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the water running in the bathroom again?
Uh-huh. And the heat's on and the rocking chair's back where it was. And
all right. Well,
like that.
I'm going to go do some other stuff now.
All right. Bye.
Bye.